Hi, this is Timothy Zahn, author of Thrawn, and you're listening to Star Wars Reactions. Good for you.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
In 1977, George Lucas formed a legacy.
The Force is with me, and I am with the Force.
Inspired by mythology, his saga has become a passion for many.
Feel the Force around you.
His legend has become our story.
It's true. All of it.
One of resistance,
We are the spark that'll light the fire that'll burn the First Order down.
rebellion,
Rebellion is built on hope.
and redemption.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Star Wars Reactions.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Wars Reactions. We are so happy you are joining us. We are going to have a great show. We're going to be looking back at 2023 and looking forward into 2024. So as you guessed it, this will be our last show of the year. We're going to take the next 2 weeks with our families and enjoy the holiday season. But we wanted to go through and take care of some closing business and wrap up the year. So let's get the introductions out of the way so we can get stuff going. My name is Aaron Harris, and joining me is literally a legend in his own right, the David Motters. David, brother, how's it going?
It's going. It checks in the mail. Thank you for being so nice, so kind.
I'll put it on your tab.
Right, exactly. Yeah, many of them. I owe you a lot of money. But no, ready to react. Excited to do this. I can't believe it's our last episode of the year. But it's been a really good year, and we'll recap it. And just excited to go through this with you, buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is we did this for the first time last December. We called it the State of the Show episode, where we basically just went over everything, all the things that happened and we did in 2023, and talked about plans we had for 2024. And I am excited to do that again this week because we got a lot of great things to talk about. You know, it was a fantastic year for Star Wars Reactions, and we wanted to celebrate the successes, and because this is not just, these successes are not because of me and David, they're because of you, the listeners, our Star Wars Reactions family. They're just as much your successes as they are ours, because y'all are the ones that made this happen. Y'all are the ones that helped us reach every one of these milestones we're going to talk about. Everything that happened is because of y'all. So let's jump into this. Let's talk about the podcast itself. Let's talk about the show. So including this episode right here, number 154, we will have released a grand total of 54 episodes in the year 2023. Now let's just make a comparison here, because in 2022, we only released 31. So that tells you we definitely stepped it up a notch this year. We had a lot. We still had a lot going on. We had a lot going on in 2022. We had hurricanes that took us out. We had illnesses we were dealing with. There was a lot that kept us off the mic in our daily lives. But this year, we were able to hit what totals up to be a little bit more than an episode a week for the 52 weeks of 2023. And that's something when I looked back at it, I was like, this is pretty freaking awesome. So I thought that was great news. We had continued to have great success like we did last year with the series as we do. The Vintage Reaction series, and of course the Reactions Chat series have been huge throughout this year. We've had some great conversations with different fans throughout the year. We've had fun watching the Ewok series, which I'm really regretting not watching this thing in the 80s when it was out. But it has been great. We introduced a new series called our Listener Reaction Series, which basically we started because of our new SpeakPipe account, and that has been just absolutely fabulous. We've done two of those now. Return of the Jedi and Christmas. Yeah, Return of the Jedi was it Christmas? Yeah, no, Thanksgiving. Yeah. Return of the Jedi and Thanksgiving is what we did, and those were great. I had so much fun with those and hearing from y'all and giving y'all a voice in the show, which was awesome. I mean, the Ahsoka series was a huge success for us. We had our highest downloads in the show history during that series. So thank y'all for that. And because of that, we actually surpassed 15,000 downloads total for the show for our Star Wars reactions, which is a huge milestone. And of course, we can't go on mention milestones without mentioning our 150th episode milestone, which was back in November, which we of course talked to our awesome David Motters and got to have a chat with him about his fandom. And of course, there's been a lot of love shown to features in the show, like of course David's Psychology Corner, which has gotten a lot of rave reviews from y'all. And then of course, surprisingly enough, y'all love my Star Wars dad joke of the week. I mean, it's been great. So, yeah, this has been awesome. David, what do you think about these numbers we just went over and the success we've had when we're talking about episodes over the last 12 months?
Yeah, and I'll say this to the listeners, all props to Aaron. He put all this together. Sometimes I'll do show notes, he'll do, we just team up, or we'll do them together. I'll throw some in there, he'll throw some in, but Aaron did all this, and I was going through the notes, and I loved it. When I saw that we had done 54 total, I was actually kind of surprised, because I knew that last year we'd had a number of things that made it difficult to do it, and it isn't always easy. And as our listeners know, Aaron and I are both married. We both have 2 children, teenagers and all that kind of stuff. I have one that just turned 20 last week. So
oh my gosh, he's 20 now?
He just turned 20 on December 6th.
Oh, so, great. I feel old now.
I know. That's all my clients who are retired love it. They're like, "Wow, Dave, you're getting old." I'm like, "Thank you so much." They're having a field day with it. But it's not easy to do it each week, but we've done it, and it's enjoyable, and it can be challenging and trying to find the time. But as our listeners know, you're flexible, I'm flexible. We'll change days, we'll do this, we'll do that, and we just make it happen. And so I just looking at the numbers, I just was so impressed that we got 54 episodes, like you said, just a little bit more than one per week. And I really love our vintage reactions, the reactions chat. I love getting people on and hearing their story. And, as people listen, they'll sometimes mention, gosh, Aaron, Dave, you kind of just let me talk or go here and there. And Aaron and I've always said it's to get those people in fandom on and hear them talk, not us. And so Aaron and I always love, giving that time to people to share their fandom. And then, Aaron is the one who said, "Hey, let's do this listener reactions and get this SpeakPipe account going." I said, "That's awesome, dude." And then, of course, passing 15,000 downloads for all our episodes. It's just incredible. I mean, I didn't even think about that kind of stuff, getting to 150 episodes with our chat last month that I did. It was so fun to just talk about my fandom. And I love doing the Psychology Corner, and your Star Wars dad joke of the week is kind of like hitting like cult status at this point. Dan will bring it up on CWK Live or some other shows, and it's just, for Dan Z from Coffee with Kenobi. And so, people are having a lot of fun with it. And, you came up with that. And so it's just been really great. And I'm thankful we've been able to do this, all things considered. Yeah, I just think overall, buddy, like you said, when you asked, what do you think? I can't believe it. And I'm just so thankful to the listeners, just like you said.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's been a fabulous year. Like I said, these successes aren't ours. They're all of ours. They're ours. They're yours. It is the SWR family's success. And this is something that we wanted to share with y'all because, man, this wouldn't happen without y'all. I mean, if we didn't have this platform to share our thoughts and everything with y'all and have y'all share back, literally all we would be doing is David and I would be sitting on the phone once a week going, "Hey, what'd you think of this?" And don't get me wrong, we've done that before. We probably will still continue to do it, but this is a lot more fun because we get to share with y'all and we get to hear back from y'all and hear y'all's thoughts too. And which is great, which actually leads us into the second part of our 2023 recap, which of course is social media. We've done a lot on social media. We've actually grew in our social media platforms. We've added a Threads account, Tumblr, Blue Sky, and here lately in the last 3 weeks, TikTok. Which has been a blast. Of course, our original platforms have seen growth as well through Facebook and X, which is formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and of course, because of all the stuff we've been doing on TikTok lately, we're seeing growth on YouTube because those shorts from TikTok get posted on YouTube as well. So we've seen a lot of growth and activity on YouTube because of that. So that has been absolutely awesome. Of course, I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about listener reactions, but we added the SpeakPipe account, which is where you can leave up to a 90-second voicemail for us that we could share on the show. Of course, it can be about anything. Or of course, if we have a listener reaction, it could be about a certain topic. But I mean, anytime you want to leave us a message, tell us what you think. That's what it's there for. And we love the fact that it's there and that y'all are using it. So definitely awesome to have that. TikTok, like I said, there at the end of November, we started a TikTok, just because, to me, it was something. I was sitting at home Thanksgiving weekend. I was going, I'm bored. Let me see what's going on. I bet we can. What do we got to lose? Is literally what I was thinking. Let's do a TikTok. What do we got to lose? So I set it up and started doing a little reel here, a little reel there, and I've been going real crazy right now. There's been one a day because of the Advent calendar, the Lego Star Wars Advent calendar that we've been posting. So that, and of course, as I've been getting birthday presents and early Christmas presents, I've been sharing those as well, openings and unboxings, and those are there. And I'm trying to share those not just on TikTok, but like I said, spreading it out to everywhere else where you can share reels, like Instagram has reels, Facebook has reels. So we try to share it there as well. Places like X and Blue Sky and Threads, not real video friendly. So I'm trying to post links there as they're done, so you can get to somewhere to watch the reels. But they've been fun to do. So I've been having fun with that. I'm sure David can tell I've been having a blast with that.
I want to just say real quick, I love your little, the TikTok reels for that Advent calendar. I love how you open up, a different one. You pull the bag out, you show it out of the bag, and the next thing you do is you show it together. I just think that's so cool, buddy. All props to you. I am sitting there enjoying them. I'm just telling you. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I'm glad you do, and a lot of people are loving it on TikTok. So I'm excited about that. It's been going really good. Of course, unfortunately, I do have to talk about social media. Of course, I know at the beginning of 2023, when we did this last show at the end of 22, we laid out this massive social media plan that was going to do, and we were going to have all these themed days, and we were going to do all this stuff. And we started off strong over the first couple months. Then, of course, life took over and things fell to the wayside. And then unfortunately, it just fell away. That falls solely on me. And I do want to apologize for that. Life got in the way, and every time I tried to pick it back up, it's like that song, you get knocked down, but you get up again. And that's what kept happening. I'd get knocked down, then I'd get up again, then I'd get knocked down, and I'd get up again. They never kept me down, but I got knocked down and I got up again. I'm trying not to break into song right now, but yeah. So I wanted to at least mention that, because I know it is an elephant in the room. At least it is for me. I don't know about you, David. For me, it was an elephant in the room, because that was something I had my hands in on directly. And but I'm sorry that didn't work out the way it planned, but we have had a lot of fun on social media and interacting with all of y'all, and getting to know y'all better, and just having a blast, sharing jokes and talking Star Wars, and just getting to know y'all. That's one thing that's great about Star Wars, is the fact that we have is fans, getting to know people. That's why I loved Star Wars weekends. That's why I loved Celebration. It wasn't because of the celebrities that was there. It wasn't because of everything that was going on. It was because of the people, getting to meet and know people. I mean, if it wasn't for events like that, I wouldn't have met David. And so it's, or his son, who just turned 20, which makes me feel even older. But I wanted to at least shout out and say I'm sorry on that. Any thoughts on what's been going on social media wise, David?
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't for me. Yes, it was not an elephant in the room. I just knew it was a lot. And again, it's it's this passion that you have to really, expand, and do more stuff. And, I loved all the themes, and you and I went over them and talked about it and stuff, but it really, again, it's, you think about like producers on stuff, right? And well, what do they do? I mean, you got to produce content. And so again, the preparation that you and I do, watching stuff, having questions ready for people that we interview, watching some of these shows multiple times before we do our episodes and stuff, it's a lot. And so then doing the social media, I love all of it. And I love how, you've added all this stuff. You've done it, the speak pipe and listeners' reactions, and, Threads, Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok. And I just think it's great. And you're just such a good sport about it, and we're just trying. And if Aaron and I, kind of fall down a bit, that's okay. It's fun anyways, right, buddy?
Oh, it is. And that's why we keep doing it. I mean, we have fun doing it. I have fun doing it. We have fun recording the shows. We have fun doing it on social media stuff. And I know I probably am a rookie compared to some of y'all young whippersnappers out there. But I have fun doing the TikToks. So
yeah,
but I'm learning. So, but yeah, so that's there. We had a lot of events that went on this year that we were able to go to. Some of them David and I did together. Some of them we did separately. Both of us, we kicked off the year at Central Florida Comic-Con with meeting up with, of course, Greg McLaughlin from Rebel Base Card. Had a blast at that convention. Then, of course, we had a blast at the CWK meetup. Was that in September? June. Oh, geez. You see, my ears are all messed up. We had a blast at that in June. Got to meet a whole bunch of awesome people who you've heard on the show. And it's been great. Then, of course, you had your Star Cruiser experience.
Yeah,
Oh,
Followed. Yeah. I mean, it was like, of course, I wish you were on it. I wish everyone listening to this was on it. And I'm, rightfully sad that everyone didn't get a chance to go on it. But, Dan really, with CWK really puts a lot out there on it. I know, we did some shows on it and had Mary on, and we talked about our experiences on there. And there's so much that occurred on it that you just can't even convey everything. But, we did the CWK meetup on June 11th, that Sunday. And like you said, got to meet so many wonderful people. And then June 12th, 13th, 14th, we had the Star Cruiser. Of course, Dan's son turned 10, right? Mason turned 10 on June 12th. And then we're off and running and recording podcasts in the Sublight Lounge there on the Galactic Star Cruiser. So that was incredible. And then, and later on, I was just going to say this, like I went to Ocala Comic-Con. Aaron was going to come up. I very much wanted him to. And that's where I got to meet Sam Witwer. And Mary and Chaz came up from the Orlando area to hang out and do that. And it was really cool to meet him. And I really do hope that, Aaron and I can get to that together. I love going to cons, with Aaron. We've done Celebration, we've done Central Florida Comic-Con, but I hope we can do that. And I think even this Bartow Con, like that's, like, I want to get to that with you. I just love going to cons with you. But you went this year, right, to Bartow Con?
Yeah, this was actually the first year they had done Bartow Con. It's actually about 25, 30 minutes down the road from me. Not even that. Probably 15, 20 minutes down the road from me in Bartow, Florida. And it was literally a 3-room convention. And it was probably about, remember how small Central Florida Comic-Con was the first year?
Oh, yes.
Divide that in half, and that was Bartow Con.
Wow.
It was a fun little con though. I mean, they had food trucks outside. They had, of course, the cars, the specialty design cars. There was a truck that looked like the Enterprise and stuff like that out there. But then, of course, inside they had vendors. They had different rooms with different vendors in it. Alan Grimes was there, the artist that we've met several times. I picked up a really sweet Chopper drawing from him there at BartowCon.
Yeah.
And then, of course, for celebrities, this one was Star Trek themed. So they had 2 actresses who were in Star Trek, one who was in Voyager and one who was in Star Trek 3. Oh. Yeah, she was in Star Trek 3 and 4. She played Lieutenant Savick, the Vulcan Lieutenant Savick. She was there. And she guest starred in an episode of The Next Generation as a Romulan later on. But so it was a nice little con. It was fun. They announced they are doing it again, so I'll be going back to that, and we'll talk about that. What's coming in 2024 as when it comes to events here shortly. But yeah, it was just a nice little. You talk about your little hometown con. That's literally what this was. And it was just really enjoyable.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
So of course, I mean, a lot of great things happened in 2023. And as we wrap up our discussion on what happened in 23, David, any favorite moments that stick out to you that occurred in 2023 for you?
Well, absolutely. Obviously, Central Florida Comic-Con, where you and I had the really good fortune of not only meeting and talking to Timothy Zahn several times over the course of the day, but getting a short interview with him, and he was such a great sport about it. Recorded a bumper for us and had fun with it. I just, we didn't know, and it just worked out. That was a big highlight talking to him, especially with the Ahsoka series and discussion of Heir to the Empire, and just, gosh, it was just so cool to meet him. Obviously, that CWK meetup just really expanded a lot of new friendships. Going on the Galactic Star Cruiser was unreal. And, as a part of that, one of the part of it is you do go into Galaxy's Edge. And for me, it was really crazy to, in June of this year, be in Galaxy's Edge in, what we call Batu East. The next month, I was out in California seeing family and made it to Disneyland, first time since I was 8 years old, and made it to Batu West. And so that was kind of cool. Back-to-back months, back-to-back Galaxy Edges. And so that was really, really cool. And I would also say this, Jason Fry, at the beginning of the year, him being on, and even, at even in March when Bad Batch, when it started in January and when it wrapped up, I was so thankful to him for being on. That's a big highlight to have him on. So how about you, buddy? What are some of your favorite moments?
Oh man, there were a lot. But you brought up something interesting, and I never failed to ask you this back when it happened. But Batu East, then you went to Batu West. Which one was better?
Well, gosh, rode Rise of the Resistance both places, rode Smuggler's Run both places, went into Oga's Cantina both places. I think the one thing that's kind of cool about Batu West is that because it's in Disneyland, which is Magic Kingdom here, right? The fireworks go off at the back of the Disneyland park, but when you're in Galaxy's Edge, they're going right up over the Falcon and lighting up the sky and lighting up the Falcon and all of Galaxy's Edge. Whereas, when they do the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom here, that's a completely separate park than Disney's Hollywood Studios. And so, that was really cool. And so I don't know, it's just like trying to pick between your kids, what's your favorite, it's just like, wow, I don't know. I think I have a special place in my heart for Batu East, because being there, with you, being there with Jason Brame, being there with my kids and stuff, and just really, you and I going there in August of 19 before it opened. I got to go Batu East, right, buddy? Got to go back to
understand
being there, with you and Jason and stuff like that. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I can understand that. I just curious. I knew you did both of them, and it never really clicked until you just said it right now. And I'm like, I have to ask this question. So,
it's so similar. I mean, you're walking around, just very slight differences, but same rides. They got the big tie echelon in the same spot. Oga's Cantina, same spot, Falcon in the same spot, the marketplace, Rise of the Resistance is, same thing at one end, and, all that. But again, it was kind of weird. I'm like, wait, am I in Florida? No, I'm in California, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool. For me, when it comes to favorite moments, looking back at 2023, there's the meetup, there's Central Florida Comic-Con, there's a lot of great things that we did, that definitely could be. I know meeting Timothy Zahn and interviewing him was a bucket list item for me. When we started this show, there's a short list of names that were on a list that I wanted to, and I don't even think I shared the list with you, David, but there's a short list of names that I'm like, doing the show, I really would like to have, and his name was on that list. So getting to talk to him and do that interview, it really was a huge thing for me. Cause like I said, it was a bucket list item for me. But overall, I think honestly, my favorite thing that we have done this year has been the reactions. My favorite moments have been the reaction chats.
Nice.
Just talking with listeners and with fellow Star Wars fans and just getting to know them better. And to me, that is the highlight of the year for me, because that's, to me, what makes fandom go around is the people. So getting people on the show and talking about their fandom and talking about their passion for Star Wars, to me, it does not get much better than that. And those reaction chats throughout the year, those that's it for me. Those are my special moments. So.
Wow. Well said, man.
All right. Well, we want to let you know what's going on in 2024 too. So before we do, though, we are required to take a break. I need to get a drink. My mouth I get dry mouth. You know how it works. Got James Arnold Taylor says always have a cup of water. I got my cup of water. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, 2024, what's coming? Hang with us. Welcome back, everybody, to Star Wars Reactions. It is the State of the Show 2023, the final episode of 2023. We spent the first half of the show discussing all the things and successes and everything we had during 2023. Like David and I said, these aren't our successes. They're not his and mine successes. They are ours, his, mine, and your successes, because these successes would not have happened if not for you. And we appreciate all of y'all. And of course, want to let you know what is going to be in store for the future going forward. So if you're ready, let's talk about it. 2024. We got a lot planning. We got plans, and let's talk about episodes. What do we know? We hit 54 episodes this year. Do we have an episode count? I'm not planning on. I don't want to say we're going to do 55 episodes. I don't want to say it's not how we're going to do things. I do want to say the plan is, life permitting, to continue doing our weekly releases. And that's our plan going forward. We will continue doing that. We are going to continue with our reaction chats, our vintage reactions, our random chatter episodes. We'll have some of those thrown in there as well. It's going to be great. We're also going to be bringing back our reaction profiles series. For those of you who are with us in the first year of Star Wars Reactions, go back and check those out. Basically, it's a series where we basically just break down and profile a secondary character, not a primary character, a secondary character in the Star Wars saga. And we look at the character, we look at their role in the larger galaxy, and it's a lot of fun to do. I mean, we've done characters such as Zaire Leonis from Star Wars Rebels. Just these little secondary characters like that. And I want to do that. I had so much, it's a lot of work to do those episodes, because you're digging into a character who has literally hardly anything about them out there, but it is fun. It is educational. It is just, it's a learning experience, and it's just fun to do. So we'll be bringing that back. So we'll have some of those throughout the year as well. So be on the lookout for those. And of course, they have announced that Skeleton Crew and Acolyte will be coming out in 2024. So we will be, of course, covering those when they come out. So look for those review episodes. And of course, any other series that may or may not come out during that time frame as well, we'll be covering. And don't forget, we'll still be having some listener reactions episodes too, using our SpeakPipe. So we want you to be a part of that. So be on the lookout for those. Any thoughts on what we got planned show wise, David?
No, I love it. I really did enjoy the reactions profile series. Again, you came up with this idea. I thought it was brilliant. I've enjoyed looking at the characters. I loved when we covered Zier Leonis. I really like him, and like you said, they're fun, and we just we just had got a kick out of it, and so that it'll be interesting. We're hearing conflicting reports. Is it going to be Skeleton Crew or Acolyte next? Even we saw the post by Jennifer Corbett, David Collins of the final mix of Bad Batch season 3 being done, right? So it'll be interesting. I think maybe we'll have at least 3 series. It'll be interesting to see, and we'll cover all those, and hopefully the listeners have a good time with that. And we'll continue vintage reactions and cover some more of the Ewok stuff. We'll eventually get over to maybe droids right after doing the Ewoks and stuff like that. Ewoks Saturday morning cartoon. But yeah, and you brought up another one. Aaron and I periodically throw in a random chatter, which is just kind of fun to kind of cover. Like I remember we did one this year, just kind of random chatter. We talked about High Republic, something that we just anything. What are we reading Star Wars wise? What are some other stuff, video games, all that. Well, just random stuff related to Star Wars, and I've had fun with those as well. So, like Aaron said, keep a lookout for those, and they're fun as well.
Yeah. Yeah. For those of you not familiar with the random chatter, and I didn't even think about that because I think we only did one this year, didn't we? Random chatter is basically, it's just where we talk, we basically don't have any notes. We just sit back and shoot the breeze like we would if we were having dinner or hanging out at home.
Feel it. There's so much. I'm like looking at my books over here, or comics, or some of the Star Wars encyclopedias, or like we said, we talk about High Republic, or old shows or movies. Yeah, we hit everything, right, buddy?
Oh yeah, we definitely do. So it's something that was fun to do. So yeah, those are coming too. So it's going to be a good year episode wise.
Yeah.
Social media. So like I mentioned earlier, the plans that we laid out before did not come to fruition. So this year, 2024, I'm looking at a rolled back version of what we did before. Something that hopefully we can keep consistent across the board. We won't have fallout because even if life happens, it's something simple enough we can keep going. So let's look at what we're going to be doing. Of course, we got all the same platforms in place. Starting January 1st, I've already got my calendar set and ready to go. I got one of those daily Star Wars trivia calendars. So every day we'll be going through that. Depending on what platform you're seeing it on, will depend on how you're seeing it. If you're on some of the not video friendly sites, like X, aka Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads, or Pinterest, you'll get photos of what the trivia, what the daily entry is. Of course, if you're on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, or even YouTube, you will get a reel showing the calendar page, and it'll be awesome. So be on the lookout for those. Those will start literally January 1st and run all 365 days of the year, except Saturday and Sunday. I believe I had to look. Saturday and Sunday they have grouped onto one page, so you'll get it on Saturday, and the Sabbath we will rest. Almost scriptural. Of course, talking TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, and that stuff, we will continue making reels of some kind throughout the year. I don't want to, outside of the calendar, I don't want to commit to too much. So maybe 1 or 2 a week, time permitting. If I get to do more in a week, that would be awesome. But that's going to be what the goal I'm setting. So, be on the lookout for those. Um, how many of y'all out there enjoyed Trading Card Tuesday?
Me.
I know you did. And I know Greg McLaughlin did. And I know a lot of people actually there enjoyed Trading Card Tuesday. Well, good news, it's coming back in 2024. Out of the theme days, that is the only day I have kept that I wanted to try to bring back because it was so much fun. There's so many trading cards out there. There's so much beautiful artwork and designs and stuff that I want to bring Trading Card Tuesday back. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming out every Tuesday. We'll do 3 or 4 cards front and back like we did before, but that'll be on Tuesdays. Now, of course, as time goes on, life permitting, if life does permit, we may add additional themes on additional days, maybe Trivia Thursday or something. I don't know. We'll think of something. But for now, that's where we're going social media wise 2024.
Nice.
Any thoughts on that, David?
No, I think it's great. I'm glad that Trading Card Tuesday is coming back. You and I, did a lot of photos and a lot of downloading. We did that together, and I love it. And it's, right up Greg McLaughlin's alley, so we'll have fun with that. And no, I love the plans. And but like you said, a little rolled back. Let's make sure, we just make it happen, and we'll try to have as much fun with it, and hopefully our listeners do too.
Yeah, I definitely hope so, and it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, it's gonna be great. So event wise, for 2024, there's always a lot going on, but definitely it's already on our calendars. David and I will be at Central Florida Comic Con in January. Here in Lakeland, Florida, or what we call our hometown con. It's what we hit it every year. I am so looking forward to that again this year. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be probably going live while we're there. We'll put out a special episode talking about it. It's going to be great. Central Florida Comic Con in January. Ocala Comic Con, I'm sure, is coming back up, David, right?
Yeah, and in fact, this past year was the 10th year. It was the biggest it ever was. And in fact, I just thought about it. Like when Sam Witwer was announced, Cameron Monaghan, who's Cal Kestis, they also had the actress who plays Mirren in the Jedi Fallen Order video games and stuff. But a surprise was, I'm sitting there in line, and I told Aaron this. I'm like looking over, and here's Tia Sircar, who played Sabine in Rebels. And so, it's really grown. I think it started off, small, like Central Florida Comic Con. So it's growing. I hope, you can get up for that. Obviously, I'm pumped about getting down to Central Florida Comic Con again. Have so much fun with that. Like you said, we'll, record live, and have some fun there. See if we can get an interview with somebody. We'll see. You never know. You never know.
Never do. So yeah, I'm planning this year to come up for Ocala Comic Con. So it's on my calendar. So hopefully life doesn't get in the way and keep me away again this time. But I'm planning on being there. BartoCon they've already announced it's coming back for a second year. So I'll be at that. They have announced this year will be 2024 will be Doctor Who themed. So I don't know what that will entail, but maybe David Tennant will show up and I could talk to Hewing. But I seriously doubt that'll happen at Tampa Bay Comic Con or at Bartow Comic Con, excuse me. There's another one that they have in Bartow that I always try to go to. It's called Sci-Fi Bartow, but it always ends up being the weekend of my daughter's birthday. So I never get to go, but it literally is an outdoor con is literally all it is. It's a convention without celebrity guests. Cause it's all outdoors. They literally block off like 5 to 6 blocks of downtown Bartow.
That's cool, man.
And you can just walk through. They have almost 2 blocks of nothing but specialty cars. They have specialty shops set up. They have special vendors out there. I mean, it's just fun. The 501st is out there. The Mando Mercs are always out there. Rebel Legion. I mean, it is just a fun place to just go hang out. And especially if you don't have a broke foot. The last time I went, I had a broke foot. So I was like rolling around on a scooter. So I was exhausted by the time it was over and done with. But a lot of great. I'm going to try to go to that this year, assuming it's not on, doesn't fall on the weekend that my wife tries to plan the birthday party. If it does, I'm just out of luck. So,
Yeah.
but that pretty much is our 2023. Our 2024. That's what we got planned as of right now going forward. We already know what's happening in the first episode of 2024. You'll just have to wait and find out what it is. It's going to be a surprise. But it's going to be a great time. I will tell you, we will have a special guest kicking off 2024. So be on the lookout for that. One thing that I did not put on our list for events, Star Wars Podcast Day is coming back in February, and we will be participating in that. We'll release a special episode for that. Haven't decided what we're doing yet, but we'll do something fun. I have an idea. I need to talk to you about it off the air, though, which reminds me. But yeah, so that'll be coming up too. So mark the calendars on that, and we'll let you know more about that as it gets closer. All right. Well, David.
Yeah.
Let's wrap things up. Any final thoughts on 2023?
Well, like we said, kind of to start, I'm so happy that we were able to get out as many episodes as we did, at least one per week, which is really, really good. And I'm excited that we were able to do that. I'll say this, I'm so thankful for our listeners, their participation, their feedback. I'm so thankful for the growth in our community and our friendships, with friends all the way down to Australia now. And very thankful for that. I love what you said about reactions chat, being able to do those and just really hear other people's fandoms. Just really love that. And what a wonderful memory of all those in 2023. And just thankful for these cons that we've gone to and the people we've met and just that we've gotten through this year healthy and in one piece, and I hope that you and I can continue this next year and bring a lot of content to people, a lot of good interviews and more reactions chats and more listener reactions, and get people on SpeakPipe and stuff like that. And again, I guess maybe just ultimately, just in final thoughts, just a big thank you to all of our listeners, and like I said, for their participation and just support of us. And thank you to you for all the editing you do. I don't know if people know that. I think I've mentioned it before. Aaron's working hard on this thing after we stop recording. And so thank you to you, buddy. In terms of one of the final thoughts, I love being able to get on and do that. Editing's not easy, and it's Aaron, he's a whiz. So so props to you, brother. And maybe just end it with just being so thankful for your friendship as a Star Wars brother, and you're just my brother anyways. And so yeah, those are just some of my final thoughts for 2023. How about you, my friend?
Well, I'm going to take that clip and trim it up and make it my ringtone. So every time that, put it on my wife's phone. So every time I call, she's going to hear Aaron's a whiz, Aaron's a whiz, Aaron's a whiz. Maybe it'll sink in, you never know. I'm just messing. I love you, Shannon. Get myself hung here.
Right.
No, it has been a journey through 2023. It has been quite a journey. And I got to say, after sitting down and just going through compiling all the information for this episode, I was truly blown away at everything I was looking at and everything I was documenting and everything that was accomplished over the last year, and it's accomplishments that we can't take credit for. It's accomplishments because of y'all. We couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. These are, I've said it several times through this episode, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. We could not have done this without you. These are as much your accomplishments as they are ours. And I truly believe that with every ounce of my being. And with that, I am so excited for 2024. I'm so excited to see what the new year has in store for us, and of course for our Star Wars Reactions family. It's going to be a great year, and by Jove, the best is yet to come.
That's right.
So it's going to be awesome. And of course, I do want to thank y'all, each and every, David said it too, and I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for your love and your support for such an awesome 2023. We appreciate, like I said, we appreciate y'all so much. Y'all make this so much fun to do. We love your feedback and hearing from you and your participation. And both from David and I, we do hope and pray you will continue to join us through 2024 and the years to come. So it's going to be fantastic. Well, David, if somebody wants to talk Star Wars with you, my brother, how would they go about, doing that?
Well, yeah. Yeah, of course, Twitter X. I've been saying that for quite a while now. That's at David_Modders, Modders. There's also Instagram. Just look up my name. And then I was trying to remember on Blue Sky, what's the standard thing? I think it's David.Modders. Is that correct? Am I doing it right?
I think so.
Yeah, I was going to look real fast. BSKY. Where is the photo? Let me know. I know you can see how much I'm on it. Wait, I got it right. Hold on. Where is that bad boy? Did I do it right there? Where is it?
.bsky.social.
There it is. David. Oh, it's not David.Modders. DavidModders.bsky.social. Okay. I got to get used to that. Not a lot of activity on there. I got a whopping 3 followers on Blue Sky. So there's a ways to go on Blue Sky. So we'll get there. But, and then, just any emails that people send to our show inbox or SpeakPipe and stuff like that. So
very good. Very good. Of course, for me, the best place to chit chat is X, formerly known as Twitter, at TA Harris 121079. Of course, hit the show up anywhere you can, anywhere you want to. Facebook and X, formerly known as Twitter, is at SW Reactions Pod. Of course, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube. I feel like I'm missing one. Am I missing one?
I know I need to update the whole list. I took a picture of that as well.
Tumblr. Tumblr. Tumblr, where we keep all of our show notes. You can hit us up there, all at SW Reactions. So definitely give us a follow. And if you only, make sure you do follow us on either the Facebook, the Instagram, YouTube, or of course TikTok, so you can at least see the reels. Like I said, we'll try to share them on the non-video friendly sites as well. But definitely it's something you want to check out. Email swreactions@gmail.com, always open and receiving emails. And of course, SpeakPipe is always open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Speakpipe.com/Star Wars Reactions. Well, David, can't end 2023 without a joke. Not just any joke. A Star Wars dad joke of the week. Whoa. Wah, 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 wah. Sorry. I just went totally 90s there. Yeah. You ready, brother?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, we got our Star Wars dad joke with the week, and it goes like this. What did Emperor Palpatine say to Darth Vader at Christmas?
Ooh, what did Emperor Palpatine say to Darth Vader at Christmas?
Merry Sithmas.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that is so that is such a dad joke.
Well, you know how Luke always spoiled Christmas morning, right?
Oh no. How did Luke spoil Christmas morning?
He always felt the presence.
Oh my. That's even worse. Oh my gosh. Oh, I always have to apologize to the listeners for these things. I just Google. You always felt the presence. Oh my gosh. Man, where do you get this stuff? I mean, Kelly Knox has got nothing on you, okay? This book of hers. I'm telling you.
I need to get her book and see which one she's got.
I
haven't looked
know.
at that yet.
Yeah.
Need to grab that. All right, my friend. 2023 is over. It has been a blast, my friend.
It has been, man. We made it through. We did it.
We did it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us. Thank you so much for joining us for a fantastic year. I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the greatest. Thank you for an awesome 23. Here's to an awesome 24. Whatever you celebrate, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is, have a happy one. And of course, everybody have a safe and happy new year. We love y'all. We're praying for y'all. Do something nice for somebody this holiday season. Just, give somebody a gift without expecting anything in return. Just be generous and make it a fantastic end of the year for somebody. And it will be a fantastic end of the year for you as well. Remember, this is your place for elegant discussion for a more civilized age.
If you'd like to share your thoughts, you can email us at show@starwarsreactions.com for our show notes and the latest news from the Star Wars universe. Visit our website at www.starwarsreactions.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at SWReactionsPod or on Facebook at Star Wars Reactions. If you enjoy our show, please leave a review on iTunes. This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or by Lucasfilm Limited. It's intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars. All names, sounds, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Disney and the respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Star Wars Reactions unless otherwise indicated. Star Wars Reactions. Elegant discussion for a more civilized age.